What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. We're doing Return of the Killer Tomatoes 1988 with George Clooney. What a ripper of a movie. Eesh. This one's directed by John DeBello, and I tell you, he's only done Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, Return of the Killer Tomatoes, Tomatoes Strike Back, and Tomatoes Eat France, something like that. He does a quick little cameo in this movie. Quick story and plot for this one, this banger. Tomatoes are now banned after the first movie. Tomatoes are now banned. We can't have tomatoes. And Professor Gangreen, he's turning tomatoes into an army of buff men. What the fuck? You really watched some shit, man. Meh. And the hero from part one has opened up a pizza place, but no tomato sauce on the pizzas. Yeah. We got some good cast in this. We got FT, Fuzzy Tomato. This is just a ball of red fur that goes me, 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 me. Oh, this is shit. Just bear with us. Matt Stevens is played by George Clooney, and George Clooney does a fantastic job in this. He's very young. He's one of the pizza guys, works at the pizza place. He's meant to be a hunk. He's smug. He's a smart ass. Every line that comes out of his mouth makes you keep watching this movie. George Clooney makes you keep watching this movie. It's just so interesting watching him young. And he was bloody funny. He was bloody funny. I gave his performance in this movie, regardless if this movie's average or not, I gave his performance in this movie a top notch because he made this movie. Chad, another one of the pizza guys, played by Anthony Stark. He does a damn good job in this movie as well. Professor Gangreen is played by John Austin, and you'd know him as Gomez. He unfortunately started doing some B-grade movies, but his performance was not too bad as well. He's always good. He was always good at whatever he did. And then Tara, she's played by Karen Walden, and she just plays the tomato that gets turned into a hot chick. But she does a pretty decent job as well. So for a B-grade movie that's actually pretty average, all the cast do a pretty damn good job. They're all not a bad cast at all. And as for the characters, just George Clooney, man, he just can't do any wrong in a movie. You just want to listen to him when he speaks. Now, dialogue in this movie, don't expect poetry or anything intellectual.
How about a blowjob? Maybe iron your pants.
No!
That's what you're gonna get, but it's still funny. The score in this and the music is a bit of a crack up. There's a tomato sauce, tomato song theme, the Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. I think they played it in the first movie. It's silly as shit, but goddamn, I really digged it. Don't you mean dug it? Does it look like I have a shovel, cunt? The opening sequence is very random in this movie. It opens with a sequence of a chance to win some money, like really hardly any money at all, and then they play the wrong movie. Big-breasted girls go to the beach and take their top off. That is the movie that they play, legit. But we don't get any tops getting taken off. You lose a point. 80s beach music with bikini girls dancing. What else would you want? We have Dr. Gangreen turning tomatoes into buff army men, and an intro explaining everything from part one because you don't really want to watch part one. It tells the story. It explains everything to us that you need to know. Look, the comedy in this movie is not too bad. It kept me watching. Well, George Clooney kept me watching, and the hot chicks, but it kept me watching because there was a few funny puns. You've got tomato smugglers, and you've got a black market now because tomatoes are illegal. You got sexist jokes from the 80s and silly puns as well, which I just enjoyed. And as lame as this is, it's just so bad, it's so good movie. And some things are just a bloody crack up. It really is shit. But you can't look away. It's an absolute crack up in this movie when they halfway through do a product replacement part.
I go out and I get myself a Pepsi-Cola. Wow, a Pepsi-Cola.
They added this into the movie where they just start fucking plugging different brands of... I love what they did in Wayne's World when they're plugging different like Pepsis and Colas and all that. Well, Return of the Killer Tomatoes did it first, and Clooney absolutely destroys it with his smug way of advertising. But the comedy is also really random as well when we all of a sudden, not even in the storyline, we get a ninja versus cowboy fight out of fucking nowhere. Now, Act 3, the climax of this movie, the last 30 minutes was just a mess. It was just too much. It did become a little bit too much in the last 30 minutes. Tara gets turned into a human. Professor Gangreen gets arrested. Fuzzy Tomato is loved by everyone. And George Clooney gets to party with bikini babes. Did it keep me engaged and drawn in? It did, until that final 30 minutes when I kind of did just want it to end because it became repetitive. And how it left me feeling, I was just, what the fuck? What the fuck did I watch? But I laughed. I did laugh. And Clooney's performance kept me watching. My honest evaluation on this one, it really is a every 20-year movie for me. I'll watch it maybe every 20 years. Because I saw this on VHS about 20 years ago. Couldn't remember anything about it though. Maybe that was a good thing. It's so bad, it's so good, but it could have been just a tad shorter. But it did make me want to watch the cartoons from the 90s because I remember that from the kids. And I tell you what, can you find that to download or buy anywhere? No, you bloody can't. I can't find it anywhere. Few episodes on YouTube though. I fucking loved that show. Now definitely watch this if you love your lame ass 80s comedies, because I really do, and I'm glad I watched it. I'm glad I sat all the way through it. But this one gets a 4 out of 10 for me. A 4 out of 10 blood popcorns. Definitely worth a solid 4 there. It's just that last half an hour just gets a little bit repetitive. But the first 3 quarters of the movie I thought was fun. I thought it was really fun. Should I watch the next one? I'm going to go with no, I'm not going to watch the next one. I really don't want to watch the next one. But Professor Gangreen is back, but I'll definitely watch the cartoon if I can get my hands on the whole series. Now, this was picked in the So Bad It's So Good draft. I'm not going to tell you who by, but definitely have a crack of So Bad It's So Good draft because it's one of those movies that's so bad, it's so good. But thank you everyone for watching. Like, subscribe, or just do what the fuck you want. This is going to be a banger year. Don't forget to watch the film movie draft. The movie draft show on Wednesdays. Man, it's getting better and more fun each season we do. It's on Spotify and on YouTube here. But apart from that, I'll be back next time with whatever the fuck I do. Until then, say hi to your mum for me. See you.